Hey everyone, it's Ryan. I'm here talking about gyms in Rapid City. This is the personal gym I go to. This is 605 Grit. There are two locations. It's the main location. Let's check it out. The owner of 605 Grit, Michael Brown, took a few moments to chat with me about his fitness journey and what he's got in store in the near future.
Started actually as a manager at a rental place here in town, and I always knew that I wanted to own my own business in some sort of way, but also I kind of had a dream of something completely different, completely out of left field that just didn't make really sense to that portion. When I was younger, I always dreamed about being a pro wrestler. That was something that I was like super passionate about. I had that dream. I just didn't know where to go for that. I was passionate about fitness. As a kid, I got into it because of family heart issues, and then also just the getting into it because I had body dysmorphia. But getting into that and wanting to get into pro wrestling, like the fitness and pro wrestling kind of went hand in hand. While I was trying to leverage becoming a business owner, my opportunity to do that kind of fell through, and it didn't really happen in the way I was kind of hoping for at the time. But I started seeing my now wife, and she invited me to come to this gym. And at the time was Hurricane Fitness, and she said, come try it out. And I felt like I was a know-it-all. I was like, I don't need that. I'm too fit for that. She's like, just come try it out. I'm like, no. And so she convinced me one day to come do a workout. I did a workout there, and I just got my butt handed to me hard. And I'm like, I am not as in shape as I thought I was. I decided at that point, I'm like, I need to join this gym. I need to be a part of this. And the owner at the time, Will Hafer, who eventually became my business partner, he was kind of guiding me a little bit on what I wanted to do with my life. And I told him, I'm looking for a career change. I always wanted to be a pro wrestler. I wanted to get into that, but I wasn't very good at public speaking. I was nervous, anxious, just a shy kid. And he's like, if you want to get better at public speaking, one of the best ways is do personal training. Get into group classes, speak in front of people, get comfortable working one-on-one. And I was like, all right, I'll give that a shot. So I became a personal trainer. And shortly after that, he has a muscle myopathy disease where he wasn't going to be able to run the business fully at the capacity he was wanting to. So he's looking to either sell the business at the time, but it just didn't work out. So I actually just became his business partner. And then we ran the gym for many years, kind of shifted directions for a little while. I went to just focus on my personal training side. And then in 2019, he needed to step away from the business completely as far as being an owner operator. And I said, well, I'll take over the business. So in 2019, I bought the business from him. It was a really weird time too, because it was 2019, same month. I bought the business. I also got married, and then a month later, my father died. So the man that helped inspire me to get into fitness, especially with heart health. So that really kind of encompassed that journey right then. And then, of course, with COVID right afterwards, it was a heck of a beginning. But that's kind of how I just got into becoming a gym owner and really taking under the reins in 2019 and rebranding, remodeling, shifting the direction, the focus of the gym to a new direction in which I wanted to go. So. Things shifted a couple years back to where we were becoming really well known in the community. I think a lot of that was our desire to work with different companies and collaborate with different companies in the area, which is such a huge passion of mine, because one of the things that I really just enjoy doing, as much fun as it is to build my business up, is that it's about using our reputation and what we're able to do to provide opportunity for others. And that is simply something that I find fulfilling, is seeing others, achieve things and to do something great. And if I can give them any opportunity to do that, it's awesome. One of the other ways of that is my trainers too. I learned a while ago that I can't be the one that fully represents the entire business. So I wanted to prop up all of my coaches and my trainers to have them also be a face of our business. And they're out in the community just as much. They're talking to people, they're working with people one-on-one, helping their gain fulfillment in their lives, getting healthy. And so it was about as much others as it was myself. Working with the community was such as a important tool for us, and then also, again, our staff being just as much involved in this business and helping them too. That has really expanded that. And then as we grew at our current facility, we outgrew that facility pretty heavily, and I was looking for a new spot, something that we could grow into. At the time, there just wasn't much in the real estate market here in town. Luckily, we came across our second location now, Grid 44. Became a great opportunity for us. We moved into that space, and it's within a year now, it's been growing pretty well as well. And then we're also using Grit 44 to do the same thing, where I'm actually helping other businesses kind of tie in with us and work together with us to help grow them, to get them started, get them launched. Because again, that's something that collaboration, you just can't find. You can't really succeed to your true potential unless you're collaborating with others and doing it with the best of intent too. My intention is in getting into any part of a business owner. I say this to a lot of people. A lot of people argue with me and they're like, "Oh no, you are." I don't see myself as an entrepreneur. It's just not, to me, it just doesn't feel right as a phrase and a word. I'm not constantly looking for increasing revenue. I'm not constantly working towards gaining a bunch of capital. As much as I am trying to fulfill a certain part of my passion, that is, again, in fitness, and then also helping others. I don't have to make a bunch of money on something. Like if it's just funding the progress or the program, or if I make a little bit off it, but I can help others in the process, then that's what means more to me. And that, I think, helps with removing away any sort of resentment that could build up or any sort of toxicity, because my intent there is just to help. And I don't have that underlying goal of just trying to make revenue or money off of somebody else. Like, it's just there to build them up in the process. So
Here we are, 605 Grit, second location. Call it Grit 44. Let's check it out. They're busy. For this time of day, gonna be busy.
So 605 Grit Fitness started out because it was a collective of different ideologies in fitness, and we've continued to elaborate on that. So each trainer has a different specialty, which means that we also have the ability to have different avenues of fitness in our gym, whether that's going to be from bodybuilding, powerlifting, functional training, obstacle course racing. We have yoga. I mean, I can just keep going on. We have a lot of different avenues. And because of that reason, that allows somebody to come in and find the space that they feel most comfortable. And if they burn out from that, they can try something new. It gives them the opportunity to do something, whether that's from the equipment that we provide for them to utilize, classes that we provide, the personal trainers. You can find a different space for yourself. And that is in the overall encompassing meaning of 605 Grit, is that we provide the space for you to feel welcomed and that you can feel comfortable, whether that's through fitness or just the atmosphere itself. And then also, it doesn't feel uptight. Our gym is about feeling comfortable in just the way it's presented as well. So you'll find that our main gym, and while it's an older warehouse and feels a little bit more rugged, a little bit more gritty, which is the reason why it's named Grit in the first place, there's also modern aspects of that too. And so that doesn't make you feel like you're going to do something wrong, or maybe you're grunt through a exercise and you're like, oh gosh, somebody's going to judge me. You don't feel like everything has to go on the exact same spot it came out of, like, or you're going to get yelled at. Like, it's just about being there, being present, and being able to be yourself. And then same thing at Grit 44 at our second location. It's again just about providing a space for somebody to come in, achieve their goals, whatever that looks like, so then that way they can accommodate for themselves and do what they feel comfortable with and find their journey their way. So
Awesome. Thanks so much.
thank you.